One late night, 5 people broke into a house, not only to steal goods, but a safe. They managed to back up their car, put the safe inside, and drive off. Later, one of the 5 people got caught leaving a hat with DNA samples.
Around 1 a.m. in a summer night, somewhere in the UK area, a man targeted a Range Rover. He had a cloned key in hand, easily getting into the car and driving away. He was caught a few days later robbing the next-door neighbor.
On May 21st, 2020, in the midst of a midnight summer, a man was posing as a delivery man. Since this was during the COVID pandemic, the receiver thought this was normal, but later found out that it was all a planned-out robbery. In this town, everything is usually quiet and a low-crime area. Listen carefully as the sounds will terrify you.
I've got a parcel for you, mate. Dude, I'll put it on your door and take it because coronavirus. Yeah.
Soon after, a few other robbers armed enter the home and attack the family. There were no cameras indoors. We can only hear what's going on from the front ring camera. The first attacker stabs Ray, the homeowner, in the head. He then falls to the ground and cannot move. Stunned by what had happened, his wife Laura screams in agony. The robbers then hold the knife to her throat, demanding the location of her safe with huge amounts of money, jewelry, and important documents that can never be replaced, while Ray is being continuously beaten even with the knife in his head. He screams while his son is also being taken hostage.
After stealing around $50,000 worth of cash and jewelry, the criminals fled the scene while hearing the police arrive. Anthony is still in the home, is searching for more goods to take. The home's owners still don't know that there is still one robber inside.
Please.
Please, there's blood everywhere. It's Jack been shot. It's Jack been shot. It's Jack been shot. His son's been shot as well. You've got to be quick. He was there over here. Look. It's only Jack and Ray, Laura. Is it only Jack and Ray? Is it only Jack and Ray? Yeah. Yes, Jack, it's raining.
The police arrive moments later. The son was soon taken to the ER with a 15x15 gash with 40 stitches. Despite the robbery, Ray and Lawrence physically recover and are still traumatized by the gruesome attack they received. Following the investigation, May 6, 2022, Anthony was sent to jail for 18 years, Christopher to 15 years, and AJ to 20 years without parole.
Ken Wong was heading home in the Cypress Hills area when 5 young teens tried to rob him in front of his home. They slashed his head and stomped on him while he was helpless on the floor. Ken Wong had to go to the ER in order to stay alive. He required 10 staples in his head. The 5 young adults were later caught by the police with blood on their shirts. 3 got away.
A group of people pull up in a grey car. 2 get out, and the 3rd stays in the car. Both of the men stalk the man that just got home from work. The truck is right in front of a giant window, and the man can clearly see it from his living room. His key is next to the door, so one of the men checks the VIN number and the other walks to the door using a mesh antenna to a device in his backpack to capture the key fob signal, tricking the car to start without the actual key in the car. The owner of the truck then rushes out of the home to later find out that they are completely gone. Filing a police report later find out that the police still to this day hasn't found his truck, and this was years ago.
In the early morning of November 16th, 2 men come across a Tesla Model X. They use a signal amplifier to increase the signal from the key fob to the actual car. Mind you that this device that they use can easily be bought online for $80. To steal a Tesla, one of the most expensive electric cars in the world, that's incredibly profitable. Well, to them at least. If you're willing to take your chances with a Tesla. They later got caught through the multiple camera systems and the tracking device. There's no way to escape the police if they're tracking you. In this video, 2 men took the Benz and using a method such as a relay attack, then used the IT to capture the signal from the key fob from beyond the door, then boosted that signal to reach the perpetrators, tricking the car to believe that the key fob was near the car. As a result, they then got inside of the car and drove off. Somewhere in Canada, a man pulls into his garage while he gets out. A robber later identified as Jesse, armed and dangerous, gets behind him and robs him point blank. The owner of the car gives Jesse his keys. Later, his neighbors hears the argument and walks out. Jesse enters the car and leaves. Late at night, 2 thieves get close to 2 cars in a driveway. They try to open a BMW, but find out that it's difficult and they then go to the car next. They used a device that steals the signal from the car fob in the house to a device that they have. So when they get next to the car, it's like having the actual key. Warning: keep your car safe. Use a signal blocking pouch, park in secure areas, avoid keyless entry hacks, keep keys away from doors, windows, and consider using a steering wheel lock. I would not recommend buying a Range Rover. These are the most common cars stolen.